Hey everybody, Rob Moretti here, joined by Mamaroneck Tigers varsity football coach Anthony Vitti, also a science teacher in the district. Coach, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm great, Rob. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well. Hope everyone's safe during these times of social distancing.
Yeah, we've been managed to stay sane and stay safe, so we're just trying to keep up with it and do our part.
So I couldn't help but notice that on your Twitter feed, there's been a lot of these no gym workouts, like a daily, nearly daily update. I think that's really important given these times that schools are closed and it's hard for people to kind of have a regimented way to get some physical activity. So I guess to get started, can you just take me through the timeline? Like the schools start to close. It seems like it's a matter of time before Mamaroneck's going to close. How quickly does this workout routine kind of get developed?
Well, just to go back a little, we're in between seasons. We're just starting our spring season up. We have a lot of kids who are active. We have heavy participation in our spring sports at Mamaroneck. They've been very successful over the past few years. So we have kids who are involved with track and baseball and softball, obviously, and lacrosse and other sports. And, so they kind of are left with a little bit of a hole there. And a lot of those kids, losing part-time of their sports, or hopefully not all of it, but we don't know yet, but losing some of their time, are left with that void. So we looked for something to fill it, to give them an opportunity to kind of stay connected. And I think that's a big theme through this, and just to feel a part of something.
And now, is this a workout that you put together, or did you find it somewhere? Because it's like a day-by-day thing, right?
Well, we're lucky to have a few coaches on staff. David Smith is an extremely talented coach who has his own strength and conditioning business. So he's helpful in developing some of our programs. We've had some alumni, one of them, Billy Clifford, who's an alumni who reached out and shared a program with us. So we kind of put a lot of things together, did a hodgepodge, and we put something together that we thought that we could take advantage of having little equipment, little space, and make it kind of multifunctional and open to all athletes. So really, it's kind of a hodgepodge of some of the different things we saw out there, and we tried to put it all together as quickly as we could.
And now, is this particular workout, is it tailored for football players? Or I guess you may have answered this, that it's more in general for athletes of all different sports, just trying to stay in shape either between seasons or even as they're waiting for the spring season to hopefully start.
Yeah, I'd go a step further and say I think it's good for everybody. We're in a state right now where there's a lot of cortisol going through people, to speak from the science teacher's perspective, cortisol going through people, right? There's fear, there's some anxiety. Some people are a little concerned about what the future holds. So really what we wanted to do is, we did aim this at our football program, but really we wanted to have a little bit more of an outreach. I've seen Coach Carver in the basketball program jump in and do their own thing. And really, I think there's been a little bit of a grassroots movement countrywide with some of the coaches trying to fill the void. And, you go out on Twitter and you go out in some of the social media platforms, and you can see that they're really sharing and putting these things out there. So, yeah, I think it's for everybody. And my hope is everybody finds some time to kind of reconnect with themselves, right? And, take care of their bodies and minds, and do a little bit of physical activity each day, just so that they can feel reconnected.
And what's the response been like for you? It seems like everyone's been taking to it. A lot of people, I guess the word is taking the challenge, the phrase you've been using. It seems like something, like you've said, that communities even across the country could use. Have you noticed anything in terms of it kind of spreading, or has it been mostly a localized response so far?
No, again, I see this is spreading like wildfire. We have, again, connecting with a lot of the different coaches and some of the municipalities, even locally. We're really supporting each other, and that's really nice to see. So, you might be in competition with a town that's in, your backyard, but they're really coming out and, liking on the platforms and, hey, good work, coach, keep doing it, and supporting each other's kids. And I think that's what we need right now. We're obviously in a time, not to get political, but we're in a time right now where we have lots of different dimensions forming and lots of different battlegrounds forming. But really what we need now is to be together and to stay connected as people. We are social animals as humans, and we need each other. And so this is there's been a great response in terms of not just our kids' participation, but what we're seeing countrywide.
Now, right now I know remote learning is something that's kind of the buzzword that's been really across school districts across the country. And they, from what I understand, they do involve a physical education aspect. So how does this supplement what the students are getting from that?
Well, first and foremost, I'm really, really proud of Mamaroneck School District in terms of how we've collectively attacked this distance learning, this remote learning. You know, we've had a short amount of time to kind of piece things together. This is from the administrators down to the teachers, down to all the people who are involved in this process. We really do appreciate all the work that we've put in. And I think our district has done a really great job in providing this and engaging students. In terms of physical education, I know I've been able to reach out and look at some of their platform activities, and they're doing some great things. And we have some really talented physical educators in the district, you know, from where it's needed, specifically at the younger elementary levels when we don't get a nice day like we do actually have today. And, you know, you can't get outside. There's a little bit of, there's a lot of a challenge involved, especially in some of the different locales that we have, you know, with the space involved. And people's living rooms, I'm sure, being turned into gyms, you know, but I know that our district educators are doing a really great job.
Do you have any other advice for people who might be stuck at home trying to figure out ways to stay active in a limited space? Like what kind of day by day, in addition to a workout routine, like something people might try to do to just try to stay active in a small space?
I think it's just really whatever your mind can desire. You know, you have to open yourself to creativity. We want to stay safe first and foremost. One of the things, the caveat to our workout is that if you're not feeling good, okay, you shouldn't be working out. And also, if you have not finished your daily work, you shouldn't be working out in terms of school. But, you know, I think just finding creativity within yourself, looking around the room saying, hey, you know what, those could be dumbbells. You know, that case of water over there in the corner that we're storing for this rainy day, so to speak, that looks like a good dumbbell that I could lift, or barbell that I could lift. So really, it's just about finding the time. You do not need a lot of space, and getting creative. And obviously, when you go out on some of the platforms we have with social media, you can see some of the things that people are doing. And, you know, be a thief, steal from people. This is a great opportunity to steal some great ideas and to make them your own, and then share.
Lastly, I've seen, as we mentioned, for example, Coach Carver and other coaches from the program more recently posting their at-home workouts on social media. Do you feel like you've started kind of a positive trend here?
Well, I hope so. You know, and again, we're not looking for recognition. We just want people involved, you know, and again, we care about our students and our athletes. We want them all to feel that they are connected to somebody. Again, I say humans are social animals. We need each other. And we need to connect daily. And you know, connecting over a screen is nice, but just putting in some work and sending that video and saying, hey, I did it, I'm part of that group. You know, there's a lot that goes to that. And I think people walk away with a pretty good feeling, not just physically, because they are getting a workout in, but mentally and emotionally.
All right, Coach Vitti, thank you for your time, and thank you and all of the educators in the school district for all the work you've put in. The last few weeks I know have been different, to put it lightly. So thank you, and thank everyone that you work with for everything you do for our local students.
Thanks, Rob. Stay healthy, everyone.